So we are now in the part 7. So that is a group policy. So each department should have its own desktop wallpaper. So I've already said desktop wallpapers here. What I'm gonna do is to set the wallpaper per department. So go to the start menu and then administrative tools and then group policy management. So under the director's office, we want to create a GPO in this domain. So just put it wallpaper. And then let's edit the wallpaper. And under the user configuration policies administrative template, desktop and desktop. So desktop wallpaper, edit. Okay, this is it. So enabled, and the wallpaper name. So let's copy the path. And then the name, which is there. Apply. Okay. So we're going to do that to other departments as well. So for the continuation, for the restriction, so go to the again from the restrictions, edit, and then under the user configuration policies, and then under the policies, the administrative templates, and then go to Windows Components and go to Windows Explorer. So from Windows Explorer, you can right click this hide the specified drives. Hide the specified drives in my computer. So edit and enable. So restrict all drives. So apply. Okay. So that's for the first restriction. Now is restrict access to various tools. So administrative templates and go to system and user configuration. System. Under the administrative templates, system, okay, and under the system, the user profile, user configuration, administrative templates, system, okay, so I have command prompt. So in the system, command prompt, control panel, option, task manager, for the command prompt, you want to go to the user configuration under the policies, administrative templates, and control panel. So for the control panel, uh, should hide access to the control panel, since it said here that disable the following, and this one is control panel. So apply. So okay, and then and then that should be disabled, and then go to the hide specified control panel items. Actually, we can leave that, since we've already prohibited the access to control panel. So let's go to the system. So system, and then the system. Okay, so go to prevent access to registry and prevent access to command prompt. So edit, disable, enable, and then prevent access to registry editing tools. So leave it as yes. So apply, and okay, so that's all for the B. And for the C, access to the Windows system and program. Uh, so for the next, the access to the Windows system and program folders, you can do it directly from here, local disk, and then properties and security. So right now, I'm allowing only users to read and execute, to read, and for the administrator, I mean, they have the full control for the system. So that's the setting, and then let's go to the installation of programs. So let's go back again to the Windows components, and then Under the Windows component, we have the Windows installer. So for the this one, we prevent removable media source for any install. So edit, prevent. So we should enable it. So apply. Okay. So that's for the installation of programs. So that's it for the restrictions. Now save it. No, just use it as a reference. So go back to the, so we already have restrictions to the director's office. So we'll do all for the finance BET program, BS degree program uh, for every department, and we can also put the wallpaper inside the restrictions. So create a GPO again. So type restrictions. So to copy and then edit. So first is the view properties of my computer, and only the network drive should be visible, so it's as one. So all it is administrative template system, and no, Windows components, and Windows components, and then Windows Explorer. Here we want to hide the specified drives in my computer. So edit, enable, so restrict all drives, and apply. Okay. Next is the command prompt control panel. So it's under the control panel. So prohibit access to the control panel. So edit, enable, apply. So we can do it using this one. So we can run. So apply. Okay. And then control panel. So I believe it's under the system. No, Windows. Let's go back to Windows components and Windows Explorer. Here. Wait. So for the system, under the system, prevent access to registry editing tools. So edit, enable that, and then after that, go to prevent access to the command prompt. So edit, enable, apply. Okay. So those are for the command prompt control panel. Task Manager Registry, and so access to the Windows system and program folders is already satisfied. Installation of programs, so Windows installer, under the Windows installer, prevent removal media source for any install, so edit, enable, like okay, and changes, so I don't have any changes, and it's already satisfied, so that's good for the restrictions. So for the human resource management.
Hey, Glenboy.
So that's it for the finals. We're successfully done all of these procedures, in which the first is to have a domain controller of the upt.com, and then add users. So I've distributed them in the following programs and courses. So, and the courses that we have are the courses under the engineering program, the degree program, BT BET program. And we also have an administrative department that consists of this registrar, director's office, etc. Then for the step 3, or the step 3, create domain users for each department, office, and technology. So it's the same way that we're distributing all of the best IT students. So create an organizational unit, as we've uh, done before. We've successfully created different organizational unit for each programs and department. So all users can only log on to workstations that were assigned to their respective department or offices. And then all users should change their passwords every day. Academic users can log on from 7:30 a.m. to 5:15, while administrative staff users can log on from 7 to 7 p.m. And then we're enabled to have an IP block of 17, to use the IP block to give IP addresses using the HTTP server, and uh, we successfully configure it that the IP address will expire in 8 hours, and we restrict the first 30 and last 30 usable IP addresses. So for the file sharing, we're able to do that and then share it to ensure it so that only the domain users can access it, and its domain users cannot access other department folders. We also have a university public folder and an installer folder. So yeah, we've already done this using the file screening, and then the storage quota of 1 gigabyte and mapping it. The next is enabling remote desktop on all workstations, as I have demonstrated a while ago that I was able to remotely control the Windows XP and Windows 7 using the Windows Server 2008. And lastly, the web server, I was able to create a simple university and store it in the using, and it will be hosted and stored in IIS7, and then creating a symbol for each department. So for the group policies, I was also able to have its own desktop wallpaper and restrict the use properties of computer and my documents. Command prompt, control panel, run, task manager, registry settings. And disable the access to the Windows system and program folders, disable the installation of programs, disable the changes of such settings of workstations, and only the network drive should be visible. So that's all for the OS Finance.